Hello and welcome back to another video on my channel. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well, inshallah. If you haven't already, make sure to click the subscribe button down below for fantastic Algerian and African football content. Today we're talking about a player linked with playing for the Algerian national team. Of course, I'm calling it a mini revolution because I think there is going to be a mini revolution of players in the March 2023 squad for Algeria's next two Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers against Niger home and away. There's genuinely going to be at least 5, 6, 7, 8 new players, debuts, particularly from the binationals. So we're all trying to work out who they could be. We know for sure who some of them are. There's always speculation and rumours about several players, particularly the ones born in France that can play for Algeria. So we're going to try and decipher one of those today, and that is Mr. Amine Gouiri. Now, if you don't know who Amine Gouiri is, where have you been? This is yet another product of the Lyon Academy, and it's loads of Algerians or players of Algerian descent that have played for either France or Algeria that have come out of the Lyon Academy, whether it's the likes of Karim Benzema, Nabil Fekir, Houssem Aouar and Ryan Cherki, or the likes of Mehdi Zafan, Issaq Belfodil and many, many others that have come out of that Lyon process. But Amine Gouiri was at the Lyon Academy, burst onto the scene, always been involved in the France youth team systems, played for the, I think, the under-20s, under-19s, now the under-21s, yet to play for the French national team in any game, let alone a competitive game, which is where he differs from Houssem Aouar a little bit. Aouar's obviously played for France in friendlies. Gouiri hasn't represented the main French team at all, hasn't been in a squad. So he's jumped around a little bit. He went to Nice, and now this season he's playing for Rennes Stade Rennais in Liga. He's doing okay. Now, it seems like he's been around a little while. He's only still 22 years of age. This guy's young, and he's in a position where Algeria are desperate for players. That sort of striking area, we're literally desperate. You've got Slimani, you've got Bounedjah, you've got Belfodil. They're all not great or on the wrong side of 30, or their time has been and gone. You've got Andy Delors, currently in his bang-in prime form, and you've got Mohamed Amoura pushing through the ranks. And the fact that in the last Algeria squad we had to call up, with respect, Karim Aribi, I think that really shows the lack of depth in that centre-forward position for the Algerian national team. Gouiri's, of course, versatile. He can play up front, he can play in a two-man up front, or he can even play as a left winger. He's played left wing many a time. Anyone that's played Football Manager knows how good Gouiri is on that left-hand side as a winger. But it's crucial Algeria would try and get this player, because it's a player we so lack in that area. There is no, unless it's going to be Amoura and he's going to really start to ramp up a few gears, and Delors not going to be around forever, you cannot envisage a player in that position, because Slimani at 34, 35 is not going to win you an Africa Cup of Nations, with the most respect to us and to the player. So here's the deal. 2 years ago, Gouiri said, I don't want to play for Algeria. He said, my goal, my dream is to play for the French national team. He wasn't one of those dilly-dallying around saying maybe one day, who knows, let's wait and see, Mektoub, all of that. He was saying, you know, close the door to Algeria. I hope to play for France one day. That's what he come out with. He was about 19, 20 at the time, maybe even still at Lyon. He's now 22, looking to get into his prime a bit more, become a household name in forwards and Liga. Suddenly it's come out over the past few days from, this is Algerian journalists, this isn't me, this is Algerian journalists based in Algeria, saying that Belmadi has been talking to Amine Gouiri. Now, let's say Belmadi has, we will never know, we don't know. Belmadi's very private, very astute, rarely lets things on unless it's a direct 100% fact or quote. So even if he was talking to Gouiri behind the scenes, he wouldn't tell us, he wouldn't have told us. And I don't think he'd want to tell us, because it might even jeopardise anything with the player, the privacy. Of course, the French Federation want to get involved as well. But here's where I jump in with my analysis. You cannot tell me that off the back of Karim Benzema being forced out of that French dressing room as a North African forward, available to play in the semi-finals and the final of a FIFA World Cup, which France go on to lose, frozen out because the likes of Deschamps, Lloris and Griezmann don't want Benzema in the dressing room. He then retires just after the final. Benzema retires from international football. Amine Gouiri is surely seeing this. Alarm bells are ringing. I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want to play 2-3 competitive qualifiers for France. Suddenly I'm getting frozen out. Hidden agendas by people in that dressing room. Fekir's not even gone to the World Cup. Benzema's in the squad but can't be used. Ben Yedder can't get into the squad. Amine Gouiri, suddenly, he sees that, bang, the next day, we're getting reports in Algeria of interest from Gouiri in the Algerian national team. You cannot tell me that is a coincidence. That is too much of a coincidence. So these journalists are saying that as far as 2 years ago, the talks between Belmadi and Gouiri started. Now, we don't know if Gouiri's going to play for Algeria. We can only speculate on news and rumours and whatever. What I would say is this. We know for a fact in interviews, you can watch them, read them, he said, my dream is to play for France. So, again, similar to Aouar, and they made Delors do an apology on the official FAF channel, if Gouiri was to get involved in any capacity, even to be a squad player or on the bench for Algeria, a lot of Algerian people would want to see something to suggest that why he's changed his mind and not just he's realised France are never going to play him. On the other hand, you do have people that are like, this guy's quality, he's banging in goals, he's Algerian parents, Algerian descent, why are we not getting him? Who cares about the past? So there's two sides of every fence. I'm somewhere in the middle. I want good players that are going to be good to the squad, that's going to improve the squad. I don't want French rejects that are going to detract or take a player from an Algerian that's dreamed of playing for Algeria for years. It's better. He's a good player. He would certainly add some depth into a position that we need. So what are your thoughts on Amine Gouiri potentially joining the Algerian national team? Do let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more. I'll see you next time.